Ariel Supersonic 90 coming at you guys today with a different type of video. This video is going to allow you to remove scratches and scuffs from the back of your iPhone 3G and 3GS. So we all know we're going to get some scratches on the back of our iPhone. It's just a matter of time. Now this iPhone is pretty old. It's the 3G. I actually purchased this pretty messed up, and as you guys can see, it's scuffed, it's scratched, it needs some restoration. This process is restoration for your iPhone 3G. So pretty much it's a lengthy process, and in doing this process you're going to be removing the Apple logo along with all the little iPhone lettering on the bottom of your iPhone. So pretty much it's going to be straight up black or white, and with this process it's going to void your warranty. I want you guys to know right off the bat, this will void your warranty. So if you have an iPhone that's already off of Apple Care, you can't do anything, it's not going to be able to be replaced, then you can go ahead and do this. It is lengthy, I cannot say that enough. It is pretty lengthy, guys, and you got to be very careful. You have to take your time. So when doing this, you have to take at least 2 hours off the time. So let's just get to this process. Let me show you guys what you're going to need and everything, alright? The most important thing you're going to need is the 3M Headlight Lens Restoration System. You could pick this up at any Walmart for around $18. This is the main thing you're going to need to be able to do this restoration. And like I said, it's $18 at Walmart. Also need some sandpaper. The wet or dry sandpaper works perfect. Do not get the regular sandpaper because it will not work. You're also going to need a power drill that can be used at a low volume because the low volume is going to be used when sanding your iPhone. Now there's going to be many things included in your headlight restoration kit. The first thing you're going to get is an instruction manual. This is very important because you're going to need this along with the video that you're watching right now. You're also going to be getting some rubbing compound that's going to be used in the polishing process, and this is key. The next thing you're going to get is the actual bit that's going to be placed into your drill, and this is the little head that's going to be attaching other pieces. Now the piece that I showed you was a piece that's in the polishing process. This is some fine sandpaper along with a 3M polishing sponge and some extra sandpaper bits that you're not going to use because you're going to use the wet or dry sandpaper that you purchase at Walmart. Another key item you're going to need is some tape. Painter's tape works perfect because it doesn't completely stick to your phone, but it protects your phone from the sanding process. And now that all the pieces of the iPhone are taped up, we can actually start the process of sanding the back of the iPhone. You're going to start by ripping off a piece of the wet or dry sandpaper so you can have more control over the paper while you take it over your phone. Now, like I said, the wet or dry sandpaper is the perfect solution. As you guys can see here, I've already sanded some of the iPhone. Now, after dry sanding it for about 30 seconds, what you're going to do is drop a little bit of water using a paper towel so you can have control of the water onto the phone. Just wipe it or either just drop little drips of it on the phone, and after doing that, use the wet or dry sandpaper to go over the phone. You're going to repeat this step probably about 4 or 5 times until the Apple logo and the iPhone logo are completely removed from the back of your phone. So the key in this process is to not put too much water, but enough so that way the wet or dry sandpaper will work thoroughly. Now you're going to be able to apply pressure, but not too much pressure so you don't mess it up, and to also stay to one motion and one direction so that way it's a nice, clean, smooth finish. Now, like I said, you're going to continue this process until your Apple logo and all the little logos on the back of your iPhone are completely removed and so that way it's completely black or completely white. This is what your phone should look like before you start with the other part of the restoration process. Everything should be gone from the back of the phone. Now I'm going to be skipping a couple steps. These steps are going to be located in your headlight restoration manual. This is going to show you how to quickly polish the phone with the restoration kit and how to do so, because there's a couple other steps in there you're going to need to follow. Right here I'm showing you how to polish with 3M solution along with the 3M brush. And now after following the steps on the headlight restoration kit, you're going to be completely done. You're just going to need to use a cloth or some type of microfiber to wipe off the back of your phone to make it really clean and nice, and you're pretty much set. I'm going to post some before and after pictures right now. But before that, of course, I have to let you guys know of precautions and different facts about this little restoration before you go and try this on your own. First, it is quite messy and it will leave a big mess that you need to pick up, and it is pretty tedious, so you may want to be careful before you do this. Also, you're going to need to read that manual about 3 times before you actually start this, because that manual that comes with your restoration kit is going to be very important, because not only does it show you how to fine sand your phone after you dry sand and wet sand, it's going to also show you the main thing, polishing your phone after you sand out the scratches and the scuffs. So here it is, guys. You are going to get a nice shiny phone, but unfortunately it does remove the Apple paraphernalia on the back. And it also voids your warranty, so you want to make sure you really want to do this. Because it is irreversible, you're going to lose your Apple logo and all the Apple printings on the back, unfortunately, but it does take out all those scuffs and scratches that your old iPhone has. This is a nice little project to do, fun little project. If your iPhone is out of Apple Care and is older, it's quite fun, it's different, but it is quite difficult. You're going to have to repeat processes more than one time, and the polishing and sanding isn't a fun thing to do, but in the end it's quite interesting to look at a phone without any branding, and it's all in all a pretty fun project. Took an hour and a half to completely finish, and this is Ariel Supersonic 90, and that's a wrap.